are pregnant, also they also form part of our target audience, but the primary target.
I know that when load shedding hits, that's where the problem lies, and people are dying because equipment is not available for them. The minister said that
of Public Enterprises to identify solutions to Eskom's diesel shortages. Eskom this week said it was forced to implement Stage 6 rolling blackouts due to breakages in some of its major power plants, as well as the need to conserve diesel for its emergency generators. Amina Akram reports.
In a statement, National Treasury says the budget process allows for government departments and state-owned entities to follow a set process to submit their funding requests to be considered for inclusion in the budget. This is then approved by Parliament. It says Eskom did not apply for funding through the budget process, and Eskom management should take all necessary steps to ensure they secure the diesel needed.
Small businesses in Durban say they are bearing the brunt of the ongoing load shedding. Noluvo Novungu and Mesvin Blaney are small business owners and street vendors in Durban. They explain how the power crisis is impacting their bottom line.
Today I was supposed to finish a dress. There's a dress that's supposed to be collected 4 o'clock. So now that there's load shedding, I can't be able to work until there's electricity. If I have to make maybe like 1,000 today, I can't even make that money, because if I'm supposed to finish 2 dresses, meaning I'll make 1 dress a day.
In other news, the Constitutional Court has dismissed former President Jacob Zuma's application to have Advocate Billy Downer removed from his corruption trial. The Concord decision was unanimous. Legal analyst Mpumelelo Zikalala.
Basically, the Concord is saying that we are choosing to stick with the Porritt case and the principle which was developed of saying that charging to prosecute is only on administrative issues and nothing else. When it comes to the conduct of the prosecutor, there are other avenues that are there. Those are the conducts that you must follow, but we are not going to listen to this particular matter because for now we think it's done and dusted.
The N3 North toll road near the Val Drive Reneging interchange in Gauteng remains closed to traffic following an accident between the 2 trucks in the early hours today. The 2 vehicles caught fire after the collision. Recovery operations are still ongoing. Road users are reminded to be prepared for traffic congestion and delays. N3 toll concession operations manager Tanya Dogra.
The road remains closed. Recovery is still underway. So the situation pretty much remains as it is from the last update that we issued.
And finally, the World Health Organization, the WHO, says malaria cases and deaths remained stable last year after a worrying rise during the first year of the COVID-19 pandemic. In a report released today, the WHO also warned of new challenges, including mosquito resistance to insecticides and parasite resistance to drugs used to treat malaria. 95% of all malaria cases in Africa, with children under 5 most at risk. And the top story this hour, Finance Minister Ino Godongwana say they will be working with the Department of Public Enterprises to identify solutions to Eskom's diesel shortages. For Radio 2000 News, I'm Evelyn Dongwani. More news at 8. It's time for Live, Love and All.
SABC News. Independent and impartial.
Rhythm at Dawn with Mapaseka Mokwele brings you a new movement, the Union Dance with Fang the Rhythm.
I just want to see you again.
Every Friday at 5:30 on Radio 2000. Our music, your memories.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go! Hit it!
Life, love and all. 2022 highlights.
7 o'clock, top of the hour. Time for us to go to the news. But before we go there is a brand new show coming in after us. Mapaseka Mokwele is in the studio. She's going to be taking over. I didn't know we need to dress up and look like that. I come here all scruffy, and also.
Oh no! Well, you can rise to the occasion.
2 hours after us, from now moving forward, a brilliant talk show comes on, hosted by the one and only. What is it called?
Life, love, and all.
And what can we expect today?
Well, today is just your welcomes. I just need to talk to people and just say hello again. I haven't been on radio in the past 3 years, so it's a good comeback. It's just a good show for the next 2 hours. Do we have a caller?
Mapaseka, it's Proverb here.
Hey, how are you? The Verb, how are you?
I am so blessed, and even more so for hearing you back on 2000. You sound fantastic. Just wanted to extend my congrats and my welcome back. Oh man, it is so good to hear you.
Thank you so much, Proverb. Thank you. We've got Chantal on the line. line. Hello, Chantal. How are you?
Are you my beautiful queen?
Hello.
Mapaseka. Am I saying it right, beautiful M?
Mapaseka, but you're close, very close. With a P, not a B.
Because I'm a baby on the show. Queen, is it fine if I say Queen M?
Hello, I'll take Queen M.
I want to first welcome you, beautiful Queen M, and say thank you for giving us the space to express what is disturbing us, what makes us happy, what makes us tickle. To be honest, Queen, when I heard you're going to join our Radio 2000 family, Queen, I became so excited when I heard love, life, and all that matters. Because, Queen, I'm one of those women that believe kings cry too.
Life, love, and all. 2022 highlights.
Game time with Motsadisi Mahono.
Powered by SABC Sport.
Joined on the line by Star UK football journalist Joe Cran.
Morocco, they've made history by getting 7 points in the group. They've made history for themselves by getting through to the quarterfinals of the tournament.
Did you fancy them from the get-go? Did you think they'd make it this far in the competition?
I'm not sure I would have said quarterfinals, but I fancied them to kick on. There's no fluke in what they've done. I think in Moroccan football in general, you look at the reigning CAF Champions League champions, the reigning CAF Confederation Cup champions, the reigning CAF Women's Champions League champions. That's some good going for a nation, and yeah, they are where they are for a very good reason. And even looking at the next round, I think you'd be a brave person to bet categorically against the Moroccans going into this next round.
Game time, Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 p.m.
Life, love, and all. Recap.
Baby mamas, baby daddies, the drama. How's it going, guys? Are you co-parenting well for the sake of your child? Or joined by parenting coach Ayanda Tekyana.
You know, it's such a sad thing, though, that you often find parents fighting their battles through the kids.
Oh. That's horrible.
I don't want my child coming to visit you because you have a new woman in your life or a new man in your life, as the case might be. It is very painful to witness because it's almost as if this parent is using the child as a tool to fight their battles.
Ayanda, as a parenting coach, what do you say to parents who have that problem?
What I would normally do as a parent coach, if I'm working, for instance, with parents who are separated, is work on things like a parenting plan. You know, part of the parenting plan will include putting things like boundaries that both parents need to abide by. So you'll find that the parents obviously will start dating and all of that. And while you're working on that parenting plan, it is okay to say things like, I'm not comfortable with the child being able to sleep over, at least while the relationship is still new, while other partners are in the house or when there's other guests and stuff like that. Part of the parenting plan should allow for such conversation. It is usually very hard because usually the reason we break up in the first place is that we had toxic or very bad relationships. So now trying to orientate or reframe everyone to understand that, listen, you two are no longer romantically involved. What that means is that the priority needs to shift completely and it needs to be all about the child.
This is Life, Love, and All every Monday to Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. with Mapaseka Mokwele on Radio 2000.
Get a comprehensive insurance quote from MyWay and get the widest cover for your car. You will automatically go into a weekly draw to win your share of 1 million rand in fuel vouchers. Visit myway.co.za and live your way. MyWay is a licensed non-life insurance FSP. T's and C's apply.
Our love for the greatest game keeps us together because we live moments worth reliving. The global stars of the beautiful game are at it again. Experience the glory of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. 29 days, 4 TV channels, and 19 radio stations. SABC Sport, Sisonke, together for the greatest game. This broadcast is sponsored by Ituba, the proud operator of the National Lottery.
Radio 2000 has signed a code of conduct that is enforced by the Broadcasting Complaints Commission of South Africa. In terms of the code, we are committed to broadcasting news that is accurate, comment that is fair, and programming that is not harmful to children, does not amount to hate speech, and contains no gratuitous violence or explicit sex. If you think we are not living up to this code, you may inform the Broadcasting Complaints Commission of South Africa. Direct any complaints in writing to the Broadcasting Complaints Commission of South Africa, PO Box 412365, Craig Hall 2024, or email bccsa@nabsa.co.za. For more information, please visit www.bccsa.co.za.
Radio 2000. Our music, your memories.
What shapes your well-being? Is it the wellness of your family and the community that surrounds you? Perhaps the depth of your pockets and how far you can stretch your rands? Or the health of your mind, body and soul? Mapaseka Mokwele explores the intricate aspects of life that constitutes your well-being on Life, Love and All. Tune in every Monday to Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. on Radio 2000.
After 7, it is Radio 2000. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Life, Love and All. My name is Mapaseka Mokwele and it's a Thursday evening, yeah? I know. We all get excited about a Thursday evening. I know. It's a Thursday evening, so in the first hour coming up, we're talking African spirituality, and in the second hour, we'll be talking sexual health. But remember, today's a special one, okay? So you can actually log in. We are coming to you live on YouTube. I think it's on our YouTube channel. And it's on radio2000.co.za. You can get us there as well. Listen, there's lots of ways that you can watch us. And there's lots of ways that you can join us. You can also call us on 089-110-2000. Or you can send us a WhatsApp, your voice notes, on 060-584-2250. So, as we start the show this evening, before I start, let me say thank you to Musirisi Mohono and the Game Time team. And they'll be back again. They're back again tomorrow evening. I know it's our Friday today, but their Friday is on Friday, which is tomorrow. And also thank you to Evelyn Tongwane with the news. Evelyn is back again at 8 o'clock and again at 9 and at 10 o'clock. For now, though, it's time for African spirituality. All things spiritual with Gogo Manjoro on Life, Love and All with Mapaseka Mokwele, Radio 2000. Call Mapaseka Mokwele now on 086 000 2479. Send your voice notes on WhatsApp to 060-584-2250. All right, so it's 14 after 7. It is African spirituality. We've got your fave in the studio, and now you can actually watch her and see her face and see her do her thing. Yeah. Koko Manjoro.
Also, Paseka.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks, and you?
I'm okay, thank you. You know, I never want to say Togoza Koko to you.
Why?
Because I feel like I should say it like in English. Like it should be Togoza Koko or something like that. You're always so pretty and so beautiful and I love that,
so
by
much.
the way.
Thank you so much.
I love that. You're looking beautiful as always.
Thank you.
Ikorobela. Love potion. Guys, let's talk about it. And this is why we want to talk about it today. We got a voice note, and I'm going to play the voice note just shortly, about Ikorobela and all of that.
Yes.
We hear these things and it sounds like a joke. Yeah, bakufakile Ikorobela wena yo ayazi. Oh, yazi umntana sekhaya yazi uwashiza ebusuku umfaza khona hayi Ikorobela. Yazi but funny enough, when your partner does it, it's romantic. When your partner does the exact same thing that your brother, uncle, whoever is doing, it's supposed to be romantic. Anyway, story for another day. But they then talk about ikorobela. Does it exist?
It does. It can't.
Okay. So, so that's out of the way. Ikona. That's like, because I was thinking, no, ikona nyana bad. But that's done, ikona.
Ikona.
And it works?
It works. But it's not guaranteed.
What do you mean it's not guaranteed?
It's not guaranteed because umuntu nomuntu angisho namadlozi wakhe.
Right.
Yes. So ungathola ukuthi whatever that you are giving to this person to ingest, or whatever igcobisayo ukuthi awuhlangana naye.
Does it gcobisa as well?
There's a lot of Mapaseka.
So it's not just the eating.
No, the eating. The eating is the most dangerous one.
Okay.
Leyo ukuthi they just take your underwear or your vest with your sweat. This is the mild. Once you ingest or once kuba nama body fluids exchange, that's the most dangerous one.
Oh.
Yes.
You know, I've always said, and I've always said it jokingly to people to say, Mauyo Lunda, Mauyo Vagasha, whatever. Don't leave your underwear there. For me, it's for just your personal hygiene. You just don't leave your things lying around. You know what I mean? And even at your house, just clean up after yourself. You don't get people washing your panties. It frustrates the hell out of me. But bakona, and they do it, so it's fine. But tight pants, and then umuntu ayishiya anywhere, and somebody else will search it for you. So you're saying, like like your mfufuzo and all of that, your sweat.
Yes, they can use it, and that's the mild one, as I said.
Oh, goes.
We're
not going anywhere, guys. Let's stay home. Let's not talk to people. Outside of our spaces.
But we cannot.
We cannot not jola.
Yes.
Kunjani?
Yeah, you respect yourself.
But here's the thing. So Kanti she's busy or he's busy. I think guys do it as well, right?
Yes.
There's always an assumption that it's women only.
Exactly.
So men also do it.
Men also do it. And again, let's correct the narrative. Ikorobela ayiveli or ayingeni or idliso asingeni only kubantu abathandanayo. Umuntu omndeni, your friend angakwazi ukudlisa.
Oh, Nkosi yami.
And angadlisa ukuthi kuba ikorobela, isichitho.
Oh yes, we've spoken about isichitho before.
So isidliso, it comes in different forms. Badlisela ukuthi bafuna ukuthi ubathande kakhulu or bayachitha kulo muntu othandana naye.
Guys, there should be a law against this. You know, this should be a criminal offense.
It should be.
I don't know how you're going to find the person, but it really should be a criminal offense. I want us to listen to the voice note that actually inspired this conversation.
Hi, good evening. How are you all? Hope you're well in the studio. I just want to ask your guest about love potion. Does this love potion really work on a person? And how does one try to get rid of it? Because at work today we are discussing about love potion and what does it does for a person. I will listen on the radio. This is Anonymous. Thank you. Bye.
So we've actually answered Anonymous's question to say it definitely does exist.
It does.
Is there anyone who could be immune to it?
No.
You telling me which is Sanke?
Sanke, you can't be immune to love potion. How can you be immune to flu?
Some don't get it as bad. You know what I mean? There's people who are sitting in the house who have COVID and someone will have it and another one doesn't. So,
but it does not mean it will never get you. You cannot protect yourself from isidliso.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't give me an anti-sidliso. No. Like a something that I can just that you can protect me from. For example, okay, let me give you an example. I mean, you said anybody can lisa you, right?
Yes.
So there's a funeral in the family and you go there. You know, they always say, don't take a plate. Guys, the rules though, it's so hectic, eh?
That's why they're there, because they're supposed to guide us, but we don't listen.
So Maktiwa, when you get there and there's an auntie that says, hey, when I go to run for dear life.
Your parents know why. They know they beef and they fight. So but I settle like a win. They'll settle the score win.
I want to go to bed now. I'm done. I think my day is done. It's sleepy time now. This is too much for me.
Ask Mapaseka, you know why you cannot prevent it? Because Sidliso, it's something that is spiritual. It's something that spiritually misleads you. It tampers with your faith.
So is it the physical ugudliswa, as in that auntie or that uncle that says, here's a plate for you specifically? Or is it even in your dreams? You know how when you dream of eating something, could that be Sliso?
Yes.
Yo, we're going to so throw up in our dreams. It's so horrible. We're going to be waking up in the middle of the night and be like, oh my gosh.
And
then,
when you eat in your dreams, they've cast a spell. Isliso.
Okay.
Then isliso that you ingest, it's umuti, different types of herbs.
And I can't
that have
taste it?
No, Mapaseka.
Oh, you look so defeated. She looks like she's like saying, "Come on, Mapaseka, you should know these things." But here's my thing. My assumption is umuti would be bitter.
Yes.
So if you put it in my food, it should be bitter.
Some don't forget that herbs can be crushed.
Yes.
And refined so that you can't even see that it's there.
But I can taste it. No?
If we were able to taste it, then a lot of people could have said, "Oh, ufuna ukungidlisa," then I'm not going to eat.
I gooby. Okay. So a person listens you because they tender you.
Yes.
Right? And they like, I want him to myself. I want him to sebenzela me only.
Yes.
So he must forget about his friends, he must forget about his family, he must forget about his life. In fact, his life must be me. Okay? How often would you have to renew? Because I want to believe it won't last forever. Do you listen once and that lasts forever?
No, you need to renew. Some say after a year, some say after 3 months, and it also depends on the diet.
So it has a whole maintenance plan, this thing?
Yes. That's the reason why you end up being investigator. You'll never have peace.
Oh, so if you are the listist,
yes,
you will never have peace.
You'll never have peace.
Okay, I like that. You must never have peace. Really, you can't be listing people and have peace. That's fine. You must never ever have peace. But then that means you have listed someone,
yes.
And you, how often? So you're saying some 3 months, some a year. How would you know? Would your
the person you get the list from would tell you how long it takes. But it's something you need to always renew, and especially with men, you don't know what they eat during the day. Once umlisile and he eats pork, it starts breaking it down.
Pork is supposed to be bad for you. So pork is good?
Pork is also good. Even amafuta wengulube.
Oh my God. You're blowing my mind.
I've once said to you, Mapaseka, anything that a man does to hurt, any other person can also fix that because it was man-made.
But I find it very interesting. I've seen, and I'm not going to mention any names because really I don't need any arrows pointed my direction. But I've seen interesting go-go's that will talk about, Uguti, I can fix your marriage or I can fix your man for you. But she doesn't have a man. So why is she not fixing? I mean, it goes to, in my mind, it makes sense to say, if I say to you, I can teach you how to run, it's because
I can run.
I can run.
Definitely.
Right? Mm-hmm. And if I can't run, I should be, in fact, it can't be that I can't run. It should be, I can run. I can say to you, yes, I get help from that, but I can run.
Yes.
So it can't be a case where you flat pants and how?
It's not possible, Mapaseka. I always say when you go to a healer, I'm sorry to say this, but when you go to the healer, the first thing you must look at,
yeah, that makes sense to me. Asking for Iloto from a person who has never won Iloto, it does not make sense. Because if you could give me the lotto, I'm sure you'd win it yourself.
Exactly.
Yo, call us. Yo, let's hear from you on 086-000-2479 and your voice notes as well on 060-584-2250. Dr. Koko Manjaro is in the studio and she is blowing our minds. I'm telling you now, as much as these are things that we hear of and we know,
yes.
I mean, we are African, okay? So we hear these things. I must be honest, there is the secret hope.
Oh, Mapaseka. We all wish it was a story, but it's there.
So when I come to you and I say Nglisiwe, what do you do?
Siyahlola.
Okay.
We need ukuthi sihlole. And ukuhlola kwakhona will tell us ukuthi ubani.
Nokuthi ubani?
Yes, ukuthi sivela kuphi. But it also depends on the gift that the healer you're going to has.
So would you tell me ukuthi umuntu oso uglisile?
idlozi al dilizi aus Mapaseka liaka. So me telling you ukuthi this is the person oglisile, you're going to go back and fight that person. So I can state ukuthi okay, yes udliso umuntu womfazi and idliso sakhona usithole endaweni so. And when I tell you, it should be something that you also recall.
Okay.
I can't suck it. I can't lie to you.
Yes, yes, I get that.
Some do,
yeah.
but I can't lie to you. So and now it should be signs. Unama signs with his.
Also, for example, you would say to me, "Uti as emsebenzini umuntu so," or you would say, "Bosenda when bosekaya."
Yes.
So you would lead me there.
Yes, to now tell me the story.
But you're not going to say, "Umpo has done this to you," or "Usipo has done this to you."
I can.
I wish you could.
No, my gift allows me because ngibona ngaleyo ndlela. So funeke ngithole indlela yokuthi ngichazele.
Dude, if I'm here already and I'm in trouble, just tell me.
No,
really. No, if I'm here and I'm in trouble. Look, I'm not saying to you uthi ngiqale nje ngiyeza, but ngila ngizohlola, and if I'm coming to you to ask for help, it means there's something wrong.
Exactly. So I need to come up with a solution to help you, not start another problem.
No, we're not. Solution is Puma kusipho, usipho uyadlisa.
Yes,
that's a solution. So
yes.
if you tell me that, but if you go around and I've got Sipho, Mandla and Nelson.
But now as Mapaseka, I'm sure I'll say, hey, unabo Sipho, unabo Daniel.
Yeah.
Phuma lapho.
Kuba bonke
ngoba manje uthatha lehliso sala usisa umosha impilo zabanye abantwana.
Oh, it can be passed on?
Yes.
Hold on. So you list me and then what happens?
It affects the other people. Idliso sifana nobumnyama ngaphezu kwakho. Once udlisiwe uqala uba nesidina. Ebantwini.
All right. So other people get irritated.
Exactly. So whoever you become intimate with, lehliso lesi siyatshintsha siba yenye into kulomuntu loyo.
So
because it was never meant for them.
So things like what? What would it be?
Angaba nesichitho yena. Wena unedliso yena angaba nesichitho.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. That's why we always talk about
soul ties. Yes, and soul ties. Those are real. But then what would I need to do? Is it a gapping thing that would help me?
Siyagapha, siyafuta, and siyazila.
Okay.
Yes.
Zila as in abstaining from. Is it just food or is it just intimacy?
Food and intimacy.
Okay.
Yes.
When you say food and intimacy, are you talking like your animal products or
yes,
you talking
animal products because they've got hormones.
Oh, okay.
So when they come in, they get into your body, it becomes something else. You're no longer pure. Yes.
So you're saying in that time, you're going to be having veggies and that type of thing? That's what you're eating at that time.
And you pray.
And you pray, of course. Yes.
Yes. Because it's spiritual. Ooh. So people must not think idliso is just umuti. Or it's spiritual. It disturbs your faith.
I don't understand. This person would sit there and actually pray, Uti, this person angabi right, and this is what I'm going to do to them.
Or abegim, abenami, angfuna ukuthi abe no Mapaseka ngimfuna ukuthi abegim. But don't forget ukuthi you guys are spiritually connected. Ngiyamsusa kuMapaseka, I mislead him spiritually to come to me.
Yeah.
Once he comes to me, I've created an illusion. I need to renew. Once I stop, his eyes open up. What happens? So it's not this treat, it's the frustration. I've wasted so much of my time with this person.
Yo, let's take a call. Musa, hi.
Mapaseka and Nukoko, how are you?
We well, thanks, and you, Musa.
I was fine, Musa. I was really okay until this conversation. How are you, Musa?
You know what Gogo is talking about? It's like what you are talking about is like as if you are talking to me. Because my wife cast us one lease, because of a relationship between me and my mother. The fight was just over 50 rand. Why one niguma wako imali yungangelanga?
50 rand.
50 rand. And that 50 rand whereby I just met my mother on the road on my way from work, and she, you know, it's as well they like to make you soap and thing at my time and all of that. And when this thing started working on me, believe in me, Mapaseka, I didn't know who my mother was. I did. Thank God that I never laid hands on my mother.
How did you find out?
The way I in fact, I didn't find out exactly what first happened. There was a cousin of mine that realized that no, Mina Ginenkinga.
Okay.
So once he did, he got crocodile sweat.
Crocodile what? Crocodile sweat, guys. Wait. Crocodile sweat, you know that they sweat and you actually can get the sweat.
No, fat.
Fat.
Yes.
Fat, crocodile fat.
Guys, you must go and get it.
And you remember, Osma Paseka, I said with spirituality, there's no one size fit all. And with spirituality, it's just like a dentist, a pediatrician, everybody specializes.
Okay.
So for ukuthi ubhuti akwazi ukuthola amafutha wengwenya, there had to be someone who is specialized, igedla, that can actually get la mafuta and use them in a proper way. Because one mistake, he could have died.
So you find a whole ngwenya
yes,
and kill it. And
there's
the fat.
ways, Asma Paseka, that they get the fat. And it has to be igedla that knows their story. People that don't meaty.
Are you not a gedla? No.
No, Asma Paseka. I'm not a gedla, man. Ubugedla bamo pants. We have different gifts,
right?
But you master one. You can't be a master of all.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, go on, Musa. And then the crocodile fat.
And then, so this cousin of mine, as Konka is saying, because you can't see it well.
Yes.
You can't see a bone well. But the moon controller, she controls you with it. And they see from time to time they will test you out by arguing, just sort of like accusing you. When he never went to what? And the moment when you sit back and you get a shock, like how you fight your child, when your child is guilty and they just keep quiet, so you become like a kid. They know, oh, good ladies are seven. So this cousin of mine gave me this. So what he said to me was, Musa, I want to learn to them for today. Talent. Too much. So me, I went on this thing because knowing if I get this thing, if I say hello, the girl will say yes. Hello, the girl will say yes. Mapaseka, I almost killed my wife.
Hi.
Because when I sucked that thing, and I think after 3 days, I held her by her waist, and when the way you pour water down, I held her upside down, almost threw her out of the flat.
Sure.
Because right now, this thing is starting. When I told my cousin this is what happened, he was finished with laughter. He said, no, simbambile lo muntu. And then he got me something within Palace. But by then, it was too late. Because damage was done. Why? Because there's damage in my eyes. Now I am blinded from that.
Oh, Musa, I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
Yes. For the past 20 years.
So where's your wife now? Is she still your wife?
No, she's late. She passed away in 2010. When she passed away, we were divorced already.
Sure.
So I know it very, very well. And we talked about it. It hit home very, very hard. I know about it.
Sorry, thank you so much for sharing, eh?
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Askisi wena Musa, but thank you so much for sharing this. All right, let's take another voice note.
She's talking about isicitho nesidliso ukuthi omunye umuntu uyadlisiwa omunye uyaxhithiwe. So I want to know from that ukuthi how are you going to get rid of that when uxhithiwayo uthuliwanga? So how are you going to do it if maybe you are not umuntu ophasa abadimo etsang, just pray? How are you going to do that? Can I just continue praying and then maybe what is happening? I just want to know because it's dangerous, this thing. Abantu bayadlisiwa and then bayafika kithi and then bayasiqitha.
That's the thing, Asma Paseka. Into awuyidlile ukuthi iphume funa ukuyiphalaze.
Is that the only way?
That's the only way, because iphakatha ngisho funeka ufuthe, funeka uphalaze, because lo muthi lo ozowuphuza ozophula lento engaphakathi kwakho.
You can't give me something to hambisa my tummy.
Yes, that's the reason sithi funeka uyiphuze khona nembiza eziphuzwayo. Then another thing I want to tell people, isichitho umuthi. Funeka sikhishwe ngomuthi. Awukwazi ukukhipha isichitho umuthi ngeyiwasho.
Okay. Difference?
Isiwasho umlotha. Yinkuni, yabona inkuni esisebenzisa akunomsebenzi awusimapaseka ngaphandle. Yes, it's wood.
Okay.
Then kuyahlanganiswa netswayi, kuhlanganiswa umlotha.
Right.
Then kuyathandazelwa. So now you are using ash against a herb, and a strong herb. What's going to happen? Nothing will happen. Exactly. So people need to understand ukuthi if bakusebenzisela umuthi, you need to fight that ngumuthi, not ngeswash, because it's not going to work.
Umthandazo, like prayer.
Umthandazo ngisho uhambisana nensebenzo awusimapaseka. That's the reason kunale ngoma le ukuthi inkolo nensebenzo.
Okay.
Yes.
So explain. So
inkolo nensebenzo, ukuphahla kwakho inkolo, ukuthandaza kwakho inkolo. Then the certain things that you need to ingest ukuthi zikline ngaphakathi. That's the reason abogogo nebathole barineya what aloe vera.
Yes.
Baritla uklina inside.
Ayimbi. Okay.
Inhlaga.
Yeah.
Yes, you can also drink that, it will break it down.
Okay, so you don't necessarily have to drink umnyumuthi type of thing, but you can have
different herbs.
But you can have aloe, and it should do the trick.
You can also have aloe, but nakhona awudlisiwe, you need ukuthi uhlole. Ukuhlola will tell you ukuthi udliswe what type of sliso.
But you know the other thing, there's always this thing about who and where you hlola.
Definitely.
There's a little meme thing that was doing the rounds, but it actually made a lot of sense.
Yes.
Where this guy went to, obviously uhlola kugogo banibani, you know, and says into zama zambi right ngicela ucheke, and ugogo banibani athi yazi emsebenzini the guy uhlala next door naye uyodlisile, and this guy's like mara ngisebenzi. Yabona uthi this like but kanjani, how gogo mina I don't work. So how can you be sure ukuthi lo muntu like the person that you're going to is the right person to help you with your sliso or whatever, or your love potion?
Okay. As Mapaseka, immediately you get to a healer. Awuzohlola. The first thing that person needs to pick up, it's your surname, if you're using the right surname or not. Because that's the key to your healing.
Okay.
That's the first thing SCS connector now.
So if Nzaguwe and you say to me,
I'll ask you what's your surname.
And I tell you, Mokwele.
I'll ask you your paternal, your maternal surname, right? Then I should be able to pick up ukuthi no. Lesi othi usebenzisa sona sesakho, because you don't belong to that side, you belong to this side. That's the key to your problems. So if a healer cannot pick that first, then you're in the wrong place.
Run.
Because your healing starts there.
Okay.
I can't heal you with the wrong surname. Angwazi ukubona zonke izinto zakho usebenzisa isibongo esirong.
Oh, okay. Now we meet people. Hi, I'm a healer. What's my surname? That's but it's hectic, I tell you. Vusi, I see you. We'll have a quick chat with you just after a quick break.
Call Mapaseka Mokwele now on 086 000 2479. Send your voice notes on WhatsApp to 060-584-2250. Rhythm at Dawn with Mateko Mosito brings you a new movement, the Union Dance with Fang the Rhythm.
I just want to see you again. The smell of you.
Every Friday at 5:30 on Radio 2000. Our music, your memories.
You're not ordinary, so why should your wedding be? Are you a unique and unconventional couple planning to get married in your own unique and bold way between now and December of 2022? If this sounds like you, then Married Our Way is looking for you. Be a part of our new and exciting wedding show and share your big day with the rest of South Africa on SABC2, where you belong. WhatsApp 060-834-2930.
If you think you cannot afford a lawyer, think again. Clientele Legal has made professional legal services affordable for you. Whether it's a civil, criminal, or labor-related matter, we have a nationwide panel of attorneys standing by to assist you. SMS Radio 2000 to 31372. That's Radio 2000 to 31372, and we'll call you back. Clientele General is a licensed non-life insurer and an authorized FSP. Standard rates and terms and conditions apply.
Imagine if every day could be Friday.
It's the weekend.
Well, at HiQ, we're extending our best-selling offer and giving you more of that Friday feeling. Get up to 2,500 Rand off when you buy 2 or more Goodyear branded tires until 15 December. You'll have that Friday feeling all day, every day. Offer only valid on Goodyear branded tires 15-inch and above, excluding commercial tires. T's and C's apply.
There's not enough data or conversations around the abuse faced by women and children living with disabilities. Do you know what that does for perpetrators? It gives them the entitlement to continue ukuthatha amachance and go scot-free. Do you know what that means for victims? It means that they die a slow, horrific, and quiet death. Women living with disabilities experience double the sexual abuse experienced by non-disabled peers. Don't be that guy. One person at a time. You can take a stand together with the GBVF Response Fund. Rise up to change and join the fight against GBVF. This is an SABC-supported initiative.
The SABC launches its new brand campaign celebrating South Africa's vibrant roots, diversity and history. The campaign showcases the SABC as a multi-platform content provider that creates iconic entertainment, amplifies the best of local stories, displays Mzansi in color, and provides valuable information and educational content for everyone, everywhere. SABC, everywhere for everyone, always. #everywhere for everyone.
Life, love, and all. Recap.
How do you show up for each other, for you and your person in tough times? Let's have a chat with Leroy Tau, also an author.
Look, I think there are different levels to this thing. One, you have people who are dating for survival. So it's all about what they can get out of the relationship.
Hey, wait. Hold on. Yo, we said dating for survival. Yo. Yo. Leroy, right there, hey?
Yeah.
That's big.
It's just that many of us see the red flags, but we just like seeing how red they can become.
This is Life, Love, and All every Monday to Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. with Mapaseka Mokwele on Radio 2000. All things spiritual with Gogo Manjoro on Life, Love, and All with Mapaseka Mokwele, Radio 2000.
Sure. 16 to go actually to 8 o'clock. Guys, I'm going through the most here. My mind is like blown away. And let me tell you why. I think the biggest thing for me is, you hear about love potions. Of course, we don't live under a rock. So we know that these things happen and these things are there. But like I said earlier, we have secret wishes that it just isn't such a big thing.
Yes.
And, people won't be able to do it. And just now during the break, we're talking about the importance of actually just being faithful and staying with your partner. But we are also, I think you're moving around and then the camera's getting frustrated. So let's just try and move this way just a little bit. Guys, we have cameras in the studio as well. It's happening here. So please join us on YouTube and everywhere else. So, as I was saying, you then think, okay, if you're faithful, if you're with your person, you focus, and then just now you just threw another curveball at me. You were like, yeah, but people get insecure and then they go and lisa you. Yeah. I'm like, yo.
Like fasa.
A whole fasa.
Akubamba ukuthi I don't want umuntu amabona amanye amadoda or abona abanye abafasi. That's when bafaka ibegamina.
Begamina ngedwa?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I once found. Okay, so
You once found?
No, let me tell you, I did. Okay. I had a lady wearing Endlin. And the one day she was showering and something just said to me, Begala. And I saw a little potion thing that said Begamina. It was literally written in Sandla. Begamina. I was like, who must beggar you in my house? This is awkward. But what happens in that sense? What happens when umuntu who is there, as usebenza or whatever the case may be, as an emitiak?
They can't do that. They can't do that. They're disturbing the energy yakwakho manje. Umuzi nomuzi uhamba namadlozi wakhona.
Yes.
That person has their guardian angels also. And now what bothers me, how do her guardian angels able to function endlini yomunye idlozi?
Angithi uthi yena ngoba uhlala la nami so yabo.
Lack of knowledge and understanding kills.
Yo. Bese umuntu aphahle kwakho.
They can't do that.
Avuke athi uphuza something aye ngaphandle athi benyophahla amadlozi. Wakabani. Yo. This is where you say, you and your madlozis, pack your bags and go. You and the madlozis.
Yes.
Tell them to go, quickly. Remember, we're live on Radio 2000. We're also live on YouTube and on our Facebook page, the Radio 2000 Facebook page, so you can see us there. There's me waving if you're watching there, and there's Goko Manjaro waving as well. So please make sure that you join us there, and let's join and have a big party here. Vusi, hi.
Good evening, how are you?
We are fine. Baglisile, udlisile. Which one is it, Vusi?
Gogo, mine it's very, very different.
Okay.
Izizwe.
Nini?
What is
I don't know if Gogo knows about Izizwe.
Izizwe, yeah.
Yes.
Nations.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about Zizwe. Izizwe, Gogo?
Izizwe is when they mix different types of bones. Abantu abangasekho.
Okay.
Then bakacabangazo.
Hold on. They use people.
Yes, from different tribes.
Dead people's bones.
Yes.
Where do they find them?
Mapaseka.
No. But
that's why there's healers and there's other people.
So they exhume people.
That's what they do. Abanye basebenzisa amanzi wabo. Abantu abangasekho laba when you go there to the mortuary to bath the corpse, and then they use the water.
Then they take that water.
And
then they gaba you with it. And they call it Izizwe.
Oh, it's a very sensitive one.
What do they do? Maybe we should have a whole show on Izizwe.
Unfortunately, into enziwayo, some people bacaba amathwasa ngalezizwe, and they will make them think ukuthi banedlozi. Kanti asidlozi izizwe.
So you're walking around with
spirits.
Ooh.
That will, yes, bazukubonisa everything, but now you have created this thing and you have no control of your spirit because asidlozi lakho.
Okay, Vusi, so what happened?
It's something that I grew up with. Like my mother and her two sisters.
Your mother and her two sisters?
Yes.
Okay, and the point?
The point of doing that was for me not to get married. That's number one.
How do you know?
And not get...
How do you know that it was for you not to get married?
Like
oh, all right. Because it's yeah, because it's yeah, all right. All right. So you went to Kokereking. Oh, beba ublela.
That is when because of even when I got married, I was told Kokereking probation 3 months with my wife.
Even.
So now they are shocked because of we are 19 years in marriage.
Bakai, where are they?
They are here. But
do you get healed from Izizwe?
Yes, but I can whiskey pass Mapaseka.
Yes, but it takes time.
Yeah, it takes time. Even initially, so it's not something that you drink today, then it comes out. No. We also need the purpose of Klola. We need to find out that will determine the treatment.
So, for example, it was done to Vusi Esemncane. He was still quite young. So, Vusi, how long did you have it in you before you knew about it or before you did anything about it?
I only found out about that this year.
About the Zizo?
Yes.
About the Izizwe?
Yes. But every time when I used to consult, they used to tell me,
consult where?
We have to speak to your mom about this.
Oh, you are consulting Kokereke?
I consulted everywhere. abo gogo, abo church, everywhere.
Sure.
And no one could tell me what is happening.
Hey, break.
I went to Moria, like, you know, even though but I pushed, and I pushed, and I went there. Then that is when they told me, this one is huge.
Your mother?
Yes.
Emma Billy, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll deal with this.
If you missed it, catch the rewind on radio2000.co.za.
Get a comprehensive insurance quote from MyWay and get the widest cover for your car. You will automatically go into a weekly draw to win your share of 1 million rand in fuel vouchers. Visit myway.co.za and live your way. MyWay is a licensed non-life insurance FSP. T's and C's apply.
Complete your Sundays with praise and worship straight to your living room. Grab a front row seat and let South Africa's gospel stars revive your soul with memorable classics. Hosted by the pulsating Mapaseka. Catch Gospel Classics every Sunday at 4 p.m. on SABC2.
Concept Events and Radio 2000 presents The Garden of Eden 2 Summer Special Edition at the Walter Sisulu National Botanical Garden. Bring your family and enjoy this daytime picnic event with electrifying performances from Tandiswa Mazwai, Psyche, Lamise Holworthy, LKG, Mafiki Zolo, and a tribute performance by the legendary Duma Silela. Get tickets at CompuTicket, ShopRite and Checkers to avoid disappointments.
Call Mapaseka Mokwele now on 086 000 2479. Send your voice notes on WhatsApp to 060 584 2250. All things spiritual with Gogo Manjoro on Life, Love and All with Mapaseka Mokwele, Radio 2000.
Okay, so we continue. We have just a few minutes to go with Gogo Manjoro. We're talking African spirituality. We're talking about Ikorobela, love potion, and then came in Izizwe. Yay! I've never heard of it before. Bless you. It's the first time I'm hearing that, so it's a bit of a shocker. Vusi, you're still with us, right?
Yes,
Are you healed?
You know, go cracking. I get over Kabosese.
Barka?
Kabosese,
eh?
Yeah, it's a Kabosese. I get Leona because of what they advised was, are you aware of this thing? If really enter like Kafkar, they might kill you.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Who might kill you? The Zizwes? Oh,
The Zizwes.
The Zizwes?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
The Zizwes can kill you.
Yeah.
So the Zizwes actually live. The spirits
yes.
are actually...
Yes. It's on a you're possessed. Because they in you. Isliso asma Mapaseka, the reason why a lot of men die from Isliso is because this thing builds up in you. Abanye, that's the reason there's something moving up and down. This thing grows in you.
Guys, I'm a lawyer. Hi. So I
believe what you're saying. I'm not saying yes, I confirm that your mother did that to you, but there is such. I was telling Asma Mapaseka Wuti, it does not only come from your husband or your wife. There are parents that do that.
Gogo.
Yeah, Bamkol.
What I can tell you, it's they did that because of I have a very, very strange spiritual gift.
Ah.
You know, like Inzunza.
Yes. Inzunza spirit.
Guys, you're teaching me new words. Nzunza King, Nzunza King.
Inzunza, it's umoya.
Okay.
That comes nestunya sako.
All right.
It's Inzunza doesn't I communicate in those like to choose you, but it chooses you, but it comes nestunya. So once you have that gift, nobody teaches you your gift. You are born with it.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
So
there's people who have that and they don't even know it.
Yes, mkhulu.
I was listening to you when you were talking about East or Nani. A lot of people could have got help from me, but they can't because of this thing. Yes.
So when I'm calling Linda, your people, you are born with your gift. Your gift is just waiting for you to mature. Then it will take its place.
Yes, Gogo. You know what pains me? It's when family goes around and say, your wife is the one.
Yeah, but that's fine. You know, I always say, let me tell you, I always say, when you are happy, to know that you are happy, that's when people start saying, then you know that I'm happy. And people are seeing it. When they can't get in between you, when they actually cannot start like making you fight and things like that, but see, then you know that it's sharp.
Exactly.
You know, it's all right. So yeah. But Vusi, thank you so much for sharing. Hey? Usfona let's futhi very soon. I want to hear about your zizwes. I like your zizwes. I just want to hear about them.
I'll call you. I call almost every time.
Hey, phone. Yes. Thank you so much, Vusi. I appreciate that. Thokoza mkhulu. Lejon lele gedla ki mkhulu.
Yeah, okay. Still mkhulu. I need to respect yena nalelo zahamba nayo.
Wonderful. Thokoza mkhulu. Let's play a voice note.
Hello Mapaseka, hello Gogo. Yo. Yeah, no mina ngaboniswa andawe yomuntu wami, ngaboniswa lo intombazana odlise umuntu wami. A week right, a week akakho right. Hey, angazi into eningi nje, but ngamyeka ngam-understand ukuthi akazenzi wenziwe, but at the end I broke up with him. It's 3 weeks okanye a month now ngihlukene naye. No, right ngiyabonga.
Awuthokoza gogo. Thetha nomfanelo kwamaduna elisikisiki. Enye into encedisayo kukukhatha. So xa iphalazile kungenzeka mhlawumbe igoloze ukuphuma ngasentla. So enye into engcono kuba uyincedise ngokukhatha so that izokwazi uba ihambe uphuma ezantsi. Injalo ke gogo.
Yo. Guys, there's clearly a lot that we don't know.
Mkhulu is actually right with the voice notes. That's colon cleansing. Ukpeita.
Wait, we talk peita. I understand like I want to peita, but colon cleansing. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. And then you said kata, and my mind is like, yeah. Oh, the things that happen, eh? Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Mapaseka, for having me again.
It's 8 o'clock. Time flies. My goodness. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to please catch Ukoko on Ishoba Lempilo Sunday at 11 a.m. on SABC2.
Yes, Mapaseka.
All right. Great. Thank you very much for being part of the show today. We'll see you again soon, yeah?
Thank you, Mapaseka.
All right, lovely. We're going to take a quick break and have the news. Evelyn Tongwane is on the news. And then just after the news, we then have Dr. Moshokoa in the studio and we're talking sexual health.
Trusted talk on life, love, and all with Mapaseka Mokwele on Radio 2000. If you missed it, catch the rewind on radio2000.co.za.
SABC News. Independent and impartial.
Thank you, Pasi. The top stories: South Africa's measles cases on the rise and WHO warns of new challenges in the fight against malaria. Good evening, I'm Evelyn Tongwane. Health Minister Joe Phaahla says the number of measles cases in the country is on the rise, with 4 out of 9 provinces having outbreaks. Dr. Phaahla has briefed the media at Capton Park east of Johannesburg on health issues. Limpopo and Mpumalanga have the largest outbreaks of measles, with 89 and 40 cases respectively, while another outbreak was declared in the northwest after 3 cases were reported last week. 3 further cases were reported in Gauteng on Tuesday. The 5 to 9-year-old age group is the dominant category nationally, accounting for 56 cases. Measles patients present with fever, rash, and one or more of the symptoms: a cough, red eyes, and a runny nose. And the World Health Organization has warned of new challenges in the fight against malaria, despite a fall in the deaths from the disease. According to the latest World Malaria Report, there were 247 cases of malaria in 2021 compared to 245 cases in 2020. The estimated number of malaria deaths stood at 619,000 in 2021 compared to 625,000 in 2020. The BBC's Imogen Folks has the details.
The WHO says the relatively good results are due to countries strengthening their response to malaria prevention, testing and treatment. But there are worrying developments too. Mosquitoes are increasingly resistant to the insecticide used in bed nets. They are also changing their habits, biting during the day, outside, and the malaria parasite is becoming resistant to the drugs used for testing and treatment.
And back at home, Finance Minister Ino Godongwana said they will be working with the Department of Public Enterprises to identify a solution to Eskom's diesel shortages. Eskom this week said it was forced to implement Stage 6 rolling blackouts due to breakages in some of its major power plants, as well as the need to conserve diesel for its emergency generators. Amina Akram reports.
In a statement, National Treasury says the budget process allows for government departments and state-owned entities to follow a set process to submit their funding requests to be considered for inclusion in the budget. This is then approved by Parliament. It says Eskom did not apply for funding through the budget process, and Eskom management should take all necessary steps to ensure they secure the diesel needed.
And finally, Limpopo Health authorities say technicians are working around the clock to restore power at Mokopane Regional Hospital at Mahwelering Township. This comes after a power transformer was damaged when a vehicle collided with a pole that supplies electricity to the hospital. The crash happened during a thunderstorm on Tuesday night. The problem was further compounded by load shedding. The hospital was relying on a generator which also broke down after running more than 30 hours non-stop. The patients have since been transferred to nearby hospitals, including Mankweng and Polokwane. Department spokesperson Neil Shugambana says they are monitoring the situation.
We have received reports from the Eskom technicians who are on site, and they are saying the work that has been done so far is quite at an advanced stage, and they are hoping that at least by the end of business today, they should have covered everything that needs to be covered and then reconnect the hospital. We will observe that process. Once it's done, I think the process of transferring back the patient will start.
And the top story this hour, Health Minister Joe Phaahla says the number of measles cases in the country is on the rise, with 4 out of the 9 provinces having outbreaks. For Radio 2000 News, I'm Evelyn Tongwani. More news at 9.
SABC News. Independent and impartial.
How long are we going to condemn abuse against women and children? How long are we going to have 16 days of activism without any respite? How long are we going to march before the scourge ends? How long? We've had enough. We've cried enough. We've fought enough. We have marched the streets enough. Enough is enough. 16 days is never enough to stop gender-based violence. Radio 2000, our music, your memories.
Rhythm at Dawn with Mapaseka Mokwele brings you a new movement, the Union Dance with Fang the Rhythm. Every Friday at 5:30 on Radio 2000, our music, your memories.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go! Hit it!
Life, love, and all. 2022 highlights.
very good evening to you. My name is Brian Mofokeng. Coming up in a bit, it is Maschaba. Today is Thursday, by the way. Mapaseka, Mapaseka. I lost my glasses, sorry. Hey, sure.
We help the nation Monday to Thursday.
That is from that part. The Maschaba part comes from that part, not from your name.
Listen, we'll let it slide. It's okay. But I can tell you what's happening on the show.
What's happening tonight? Yeah.
In the second hour, are you orgasming?
You see, that is where the Maschaba comes in.
Yes.
I look forward to the Thursday because I know.
The Thursday second hour, your favorite.
No, the first hour. No, the first hour.
Talking the psyche of a cheating man. What is your expectation when you cheat as a man? We've got some voice notes that I want us to go straight to.
Good evening, Mapaseka. Us as men, we cheat because it's our home. It's no longer war. Now, mama, the way
I'm hearing lots of excuses. Balambile amatota, umfazi akasagcoki the way bekagcoka ngakhona, akasafani. Guys, these are just excuses. This is what I'm hearing.
Life, love, and all. 2022 highlights.
Game time with Motsadisi Mahono.
Powered by SABC Sport.
Our sports correspondent, Khotso Silo, who is out at FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. Which teams are you seeing in the last four?
Ooh, that's a very tricky one, Mots. I'm looking at Netherlands beating Argentina. I'm looking at Brazil beating Croatia. And I'm looking at Portugal beating Morocco. I think Morocco have had a fairy tale story, but I think it ends as much as I'd like them to go all the way. I think Brazil, they're everybody's favorite, but also France. I mean, the defending world champions, and most people are thinking a 1998 World Cup final replay, and maybe this time around Brazil will win it. I think I was listening to one of your jingles and you said football, haina therefore one news. So
Game time, Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 p.m.
Life, love, and all. Recap.
Are you hurting yourself in trying to fix your partner because of a previous relationship, because of previous trauma, whatever the background may be? When I go to a hospital and I am not well, the purpose of the hospital is to fix me. Once I am fixed, there is no reason for me to stay in the hospital. In other words, what you are now doing in that relationship, you are becoming Baragwana. You are now Baragwana hospital in your relationship. So when your partner is not okay, when Baragwana, wamatakadi triple injection and everything, you are fixing your partner. Once you have fixed this person, then you need to be comfortable with the fact that they will have to leave and start living. I'm with Dr. Mashudu Mbedzi in the studio. He's author of the book Married but Intimately Divorced.
Mostly it doesn't work. It depends, Uri, when are you a developmental center or are you a mechanic? So if the car is fixed and gone, why complain because it's gone? There are people who deserve your sacrifices. There are people who don't. You need to identify yourself to say, what is the role that you play in other people's lives? And is it worth it?
Sure. Let's go to the voice notes. Let's hear what they've got there.
Evening, Mapaseka and your guest. I met my partner. He was emotionally trained from the society, family, emotionally trained from the relationship. Like she was totally a mess. Even before I dated her, I was some sort of Baragwana for her, and the psychology and whatever you can name it. But manje sekafuna ukuzimela, and yonke into manje seka so defensive. Yonke into engiphuma emlomeni wami uyayidefenda like nobody's business.
When you are in the position where you feel that you have done so much for a person, you have expectations.
Yes.
So how should you be dealing with those expectations?
I think the danger here, Osma Pasika, is there is no true love there. It's a relationship of convenience, meaning she's using him to deal with their issues.
This is Life, Love, and All every Monday to Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. with Mapaseka Mokwele on Radio 2000.
Are you looking for specific details from an interview on Radio 2000? If you happen to tune in at the tail end of an interview, or if you'd like to hear a specific interview again, worry not. Just go to www.radio2000.co.za. Click on the show where you heard the interview, and there you will find all the podcasts you might have missed on that particular show. Stay in the know on www.radio2000.co.za. Radio 2000. Our music, your memories.
Life, love, and all.
So we're talking to Tibos Mokwele, and we're talking about submission. He wrote a book called Pause. Are you making the right choices?
Oh, yeah.
Mokwele, let's talk about submission.
Yep.
It says you can't demand it, but you sure can inspire submission.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big thing, that.
It is.
Now, a lot of times people miss what submission is. They think it is their right.
Submission is not independent of other universal laws.
Yeah?
You get what you give. Submission is inspired. It can never be demanded.
This is Life, Love, and All every Monday to Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. with Mapaseka Mokwele on Radio 2000. Let's talk on Life, Love, and All with Mapaseka Mokwele on Radio 2000. The following feature contains explicit adult material. Parental guidance is advised. Sexual Health with Dr. Evelyn Moshokoa on Life, Love, and All with Mapaseka Mokwele on Radio 2000. Call Mapaseka Mokwele now on 086 000 2479. Send your voice notes on WhatsApp to 060 584 2250.
All right, so it's 11 after 8 right here on Life, Love, and All. Thank you very much to Evelyn Tongwane with the news. She's back again at 9 o'clock and at 10 o'clock. Right, we move into Sexual Health Open Line. Remember, this program is only for adult listening and viewing as we stream it live. Tell your babies to go to bed. Tell your babies this is not their time. Please, please, please. I'm giving you like 5 seconds as I'm just talking to take your babies and say, Nana, it's sleepy time now. We're going to sleep. Yeah? How's your sex life doing? We're talking sexual health, guys. How's your sex life doing? How would you rate it? 1 out of 10. And it ranges, right? There's times when your sex life will be a good 10, and then there's times when it's a 1, even a 0. So it's okay. Where are you right now? Let's talk about that. Has 2022 given you the best sex of your life? That's a thing. I think that should be a thing. We're joined in the studio by Dr. Evelyn Moshokoa. We always have her on the line, and today she's in the studio. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure.
It is an absolute pleasure to have you. Dr. Moshokoa is a specialist urologist and surgeon. She's also a sexologist. And now we want to talk about everything sex related. So we are taking your calls. You can call us on 086 0002479. You can send us your voice notes on 060 584 2250. We have a question that's come in already, and I think that's where we should start.
Okay.
The question comes from Sizwe. Sizwe says, is there something I can do or a special diet to follow to increase my sex drive? I'm a 45-year-old man and I struggle to go beyond 1 round.
Wow, very interesting.
Yeah.
Let's just start by educating Sizwe on the issue of the rounds. That when we talk about sex, it's not about the quantity.
It's the quality.
But the quality.
Right.
So we like saying, especially when you're 45 years old, Sizwe, you need to treat your first round as your last. So meaning that it's all about having that round and then making it last and making sure as a man that your partner actually gets the gold and you get the silver. So by that I mean that your partner reaches climax before you do. And that makes a big difference. And about diet, it's good to be concerned about what you eat. You know, we are better than cars. We service our cars.
Yes.
We need to service our bodies.
True.
And by eating healthy, what is good for your heart will be good, definitely, for your penis. So that is the way to take care of yourself. So if you are in doubt, there are always dietitians who can tailor-make, the food that you eat so that you don't eat what your brother is eating, but what you need to eat, looking at your own height, and weight.
So you're saying there's no one size fits all?
There's no one size fits all when it comes to diet. Definitely not. When we grow up, they would talk about eating nuts.
I was about to ask you that. Yeah. There's always how's the peanuts?
Yes.
How's avocado? And guys who eat bananas and eggs, those things.
Yes.
And they're said to be aphrodisiacs. Are they?
No, remember, some people are actually even allergic to some of those things. So that is why we need to tailor make things for yourself. Sometimes you just feel that, you know what, I don't like bananas. And you need to look at yourself, what you like, and is this thing user-friendly? Is this something sustainable as well?
Sure. Okay, wait. You know, and I'll tell you what, when you said let's educate Sizwe, I think that goes a very long way. There's an understanding that, in fact, there's a lot of pressure put on men that a round should be this long, and this is how it should be, and. So let's talk to that. What is considered normal? What is considered okay?
Thank you. That's such a great question. And we are going to talk about average, because average is what actually makes a lot of sense. When you look at arousal, remember when we look at sex, we talk about different phases. On average, it's about 3 phases. Is the phase of arousal, where someone starts getting that desire, that energy. And then from there, it's about plateau, where someone is actually at the peak of the enjoyment of sex. And then climax.
Right.
Yes. So what happens now is when we are looking at arousal, it's not the same for men and for women. Men, usually there are 3 things that will actually bring arousal.
What they see.
This is what you see. You know what they think. And touch. And as someone grows older, touch becomes the magical thing. So we like saying use the biggest organ of your body,
your skin,
which is the skin. So that is very important to look at that. So when you have got your partner, that foreplay is very important. But an average man with a penetration, remember immediately when there's penetration, the penis will get basically stimulated all the way around.
Right.
So the time, we call it intravaginal latency period, meaning that how long will the person have penetrated the vagina last.
Okay.
The average in men is about 2 to 5 minutes.
Benny Mac was right, guys. Benny Mac was right. You know what Benny Mac said? Benny Mac said, bless his soul, he said, I'm giving you 3 minutes. That's a good boxing round, and that's all you're getting from me.
That's the average.
3 good minutes, and you should be happy. So he was actually correct.
That is the average, and this has been studied internationally. But the irony of it is that for women, the time it will take to reach climax with penetration, we're talking 8 minutes to 13 minutes.
So in actual fact, we're not necessarily in sync there if we're going to just leave it to just biology.
Yes.
So in actual, what we should be doing is understanding the foreplay far more than just the sex. I wanted to say the intra what, and then I realized it's too long, and I was like, no, let's just call it intercourse.
Yes.
So the 3 minutes or the 5 minutes that he's taking, there should be a lot that's done before.
Definitely.
And that is what should constitute a round.
Yes. That is what, and I think sometimes we will talk of a round looking at from the time the penis is in the vagina, talking about, the heterosexual couple. And like Sizwe now talking about, no, I do 1 round. Many find that when they are young, they can have that round, and then they'll reach climax. Then after a few minutes, they go drink water, and then they can get to the when the partner is still warm.
Right.
But as you grow older, you find that now the time between the rounds starts becoming longer.
You need a nap.
Yes.
You need a whole
By the
nap.
time he's thinking, he's already basically snoring. And the partner is like, what happened now? You said you're going to take me to Cape Town. Now we are just here in Joburg, and that brings a lot of, disappointment in the couple.
Enter sex toys. See?
Yes.
Then you must have other things that will stimulate you, that will excite you, that will do things.
Yes, and remember, Mapaseka, when we talk about climax, especially in women, over 60% will reach climax even without penetration.
Yes.
So exploring all those avenues, it's one of the things that we encourage couples to do.
Probably the most important thing you'll do for your relationship, actually, hey? Sure. All right, we've got Lee in Mpumalanga. Let's hear what Lee's got to say. But in fact, before we go to Lee, because we are running out of time, it's almost 20 past. I think we should take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have a chat with Lee. We also have quite a few questions that I've got here that I'm going to ask. Questions that have been sent in by our listeners. Okay. So they want these questions answered. We'll ask those. Lee, we'll come to you just after this.
Sexual Health with Dr. Evelyn Moshokoa on Life, Love and All with Mapaseka Mokwele on Radio 2000.
You're not ordinary, so why should your wedding be? Are you a unique and unconventional couple planning to get married in your own unique and bold way between now and December of 2022? If this sounds like you, then Married Our Way is looking for you. Be a part of our new and exciting wedding show and share your big day with the rest of South Africa on SABC2, where you belong. WhatsApp 060-834-2930.
Hey, buddy, it's me, your car. Wow, we've been through a lot over the years, eh? Many roads, many towns, so many memories. But listen, it's time to move on, eh? Go and get yourself a fresh new ride. But just promise me one thing. Let me go the right way. Let me go to We Buy Cars. We Buy Cars, the best way to sell your car by far.
Our love for the greatest game keeps us together because we live moments worth reliving. The global stars of the beautiful game are at it again. Experience the glory of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. 29 days, 4 TV channels, and 19 radio stations. SABC Sport, Sisonke, together for the greatest game. This broadcast is sponsored by Ituba, the proud operator of the National Lottery.
There's not enough data or conversations around the abuse faced by women and children living with disabilities. Do you know what that does for perpetrators? It gives them the entitlement to continue uktata machance and go scot-free. Do you know what that means for victims? It means that they die a slow, horrific, and quiet death. Women living with disabilities experience double the sexual abuse experienced by non-disabled peers. Don't be that guy. One person at a time. You can take a stand together with the GBVF Response Fund. Rise up to change and join the fight against GBVF. This is an SABC-supported initiative.
The SABC launches its brand new campaign celebrating South Africa's vibrant roots, diversity and history. The campaign showcases the SABC as a multi-platform content provider that creates iconic entertainment, amplifies the best of local stories, displays Mzansi in color, and provides valuable information and educational content for everyone, everywhere. SABC, everyone for every... No, let's try that again. SABC, everywhere for everyone, always. That's hashtag everywhere for everyone.
Rhythm at Dawn with Mapaseka Mokwele brings you a new movement, the Union Dance with Fang the Rhythm.
I just want to see you again. The smell of you.
Every Friday at 5:30 on Radio 2000. Our music, your memories. The following feature contains explicit adult material. Parental guidance is advised.
This show is brought to you by Click. So if you're unsure if vitamins and supplements are right for you, well, get personalized supplement recommendations to achieve your wellness goals.
Sexual Health with Dr. Evelyn Moshokoa on Life, Love and All with Mapaseka Mokwele on Radio 2000.
We are with Dr. Moshokoa in the studio today, so you can catch us live on your Radio 2000. That's on the net, and you can also go to the YouTube channel and Facebook, the Radio 2000 Facebook page, and you will see us. Wave to the camera there. This one here, they can see you on this one here. Yeah, okay. There we go. So Dr. Moshokoa is with us in the studio, and we're taking your questions. Anything sexual health related, that's what we are talking about. That's the questions. Any question that you may have, that's what we're answering. And no, it's not for men only, for men and women. Or anybody else who would want to ask a question, we are here to answer exactly that. Lee, how are you? Hi, Lee. All right, we're not getting through to Lee, but I think what we can do is in a few seconds try Lee again just shortly if we wait. Lee, hi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Lovely, we can hear you now. Okay, Lee, what's on your mind?
You know what? Actually, my question has been answered because I've been listening to you.
Oh.
My question was like, Dr. Evelyn, I just wanted to find out my partner.
Yes.
When he penetrates, it's like 3 seconds, 3 minutes is a lot. He just like, he comes in, I don't know in how many seconds.
So you are giving him seconds, Lee?
Seconds, yeah. Seconds, that means premature ejaculation.
You know, I'm like, I don't know. Just when I'm still up there, and then he's done, he's finished.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's finished, he's done.
You know, the other thing that I think is important to note, Dr. Moshokoa, is when it comes to sex, or at least the sexual space, your partner plays a huge role in how far it goes. So satisfaction is also a big indicator of how far you're going. So somebody, for example, who would say, I go on for long, may have a partner who's not interested in going on for that long.
Yes.
You know? So the fact that Lee realizes that it's too short, that then becomes a problem.
Yes.
Somebody else could handle it. But if Lee says, this is too short for me, then it sounds to me like premature ejaculation.
Yeah, definitely. And I can hear, Lee, you are actually short of words. You know, you keep on saying, meaning that it's something that is already stressing you or giving you some element of distress. And you don't have to keep, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, it's stressful because it's like I don't enjoy having like
Question.
sex. I don't enjoy.
How long have you been together, Lee?
We've been together for like the past 3 years.
And how long has he been that quick?
I think it's been 6 months now.
Okay, so it's a new thing. So he wasn't always like that.
He wasn't always like that.
Right, great. Okay.
Yeah, I think, Lee, you can actually look at few things, especially with early ejaculation. One of the things that we see is partners who are experiencing it, they end up avoiding to have sex.
Right.
So frequency of sex is very important. The longer you take not having sex, the time you do it, he'll come early.
Guys, they say
That's
do
one
it a
thing.
lot.
So you need to do it more.
This is great. This is permission to say have lots of sex.
Yes.
This is a good thing. Okay.
And secondly, it's about having that foreplay. Because most of the time, men who actually have early ejaculation, once they have that erection, they're like, oh, let me use it before I lose it. And then when you do that, immediately with penetration, what happens? You definitely will ejaculate early. So then it just creates what we call a cycle of early ejaculation. And we need to break the cycle. Having relatively sex more frequently. And secondly, having that foreplay. And of course, look at the positions. You know, there's some positions which a man will know. They come early when they're in that position. Trying to keep that for last. And of course, there are other things that we'll advise you to do, like withdrawing the penis and trying to use the hands. But most of the time, you as the partner, you find that you're like, no, please continue. And when you do that, you are actually not allowing him to withdraw his penis and basically reduce that stimulation. But otherwise, I would recommend, especially if it's a new thing that has happened, you can always consult and get more advice as to what to do. And there's some medication that we sometimes will prescribe after we have examined and checked that there's nothing worrisome, like things like fluoxetine, which is an antidepressant, but it does help a lot with delaying that ejaculation.
I was going to ask if it could be anything health related. Could it be I don't know, but I'm just asking, could it be anything related to your diabetes, high blood pressure, those things?
One of the common is inflammation of the prostate, definitely. Some people, when they've got a prostatitis, which is inflammation in the prostate, you find that, they do experience that early ejaculation. But just to give you an idea, by the way, early ejaculation in the animal species is actually a protective thing. Because, when you look at any of the animals in the wild, they are at their most vulnerable when they are having sex.
So they want
so
to
when
quickly
they
get out of the way.
ejaculate early, they can get off and protect the territory.
Yeah, but they don't do it for fun. You see,
So
there's a difference.
There's a difference with the human, and that is why we look at the reasons why human beings have sex. And once it's something that is persistent, don't be shy about it. You can always encourage him, go with him to consult, to seek help, and how you can manage this together as a couple. It's a great thing that you called Lee.
Sure.
Okay.
Lee, all the best to you. Yeah.
Yes, but the problem is, what if he's this person who doesn't even want to change style? He's like,
Lee, hold on, Lee. You sound like you're just not happy with this man.
He doesn't want to change styles. And when I ask him, why do you ejaculate so early? Okay, his excuse will be like, I got injured when I played rugby. He used to play rugby. I got injured when I played rugby, and I had to be operated and wara. Okay, afterwards he had a hernia,
but you see,
inguinal hernia and all those things. And I'm like, oh, okay. At first, when it started, I was okay with it. But now I can see it's happening frequently, regularly.
Are you married or are you joining?
No, we're not married. We're still dating.
You're still dating? And you're this unhappy about the sex?
Yeah, she's like, yo, I don't know.
And you're still
I love
there.
the guy. I love him, but then, when it comes to that part, it's just like running away.
Yeah, Lee, are you aware that there are some things that he may not also be able to answer? Yeah, because as human beings, remember, we are social, so we become there for one another. And that is why where your partner may be lacking, there can be help outside. So it's usually an opportunity where it can be like, instead of saying, why are you ejaculating this early? It can be like, honey, I think we should actually, go and seek help, because I think our sexual life can be better. It's what you think and it's what you feel. And no one can contest that. Unlike if you say, why are you ejaculating early? Then he'll become defensive. Yeah. And that does not add any value, into you dealing with the issue. So just remember to start your sentences with I, and then making it easy for him to kind of allowing him to be vulnerable when he's with you.
Sure. Do you still want the relationship, Lee?
Yes, I still want it.
You sure? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So if you are sure, then it means it's a fixing thing, which can definitely be done.
Yes, it can be done.
It's you talking to him and you getting things right, discussing it with him and all of that.
Yeah. And Mapaseka, just to add, I can hear she's talking about changing of style and all of that.
Yes.
You can suggest things in a nice way. And one of the ways to do it is not in the bedroom. You can be having some lunch and say, I can't wait to see us doing this,
Yeah.
And in an excited manner. That makes it easy for him to want to please you as well.
Yeah, actually, take a picture, take a screenshot and have it on your phone, and then just make it look like somebody's just sent it to you. And then you're like, yo, Bona, this is so nice.
We should try
this. This would be very nice.
Yes. I've been fantasizing about this.
Yo. All the best to you.
Thank you, Dr. Evelyn.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Lee. All the best to you. Just another reminder that the new Click Supplement Recommender uses your health and lifestyle inputs to provide personalized supplement suggestions to help you achieve your wellness goals. So visit wellness.clicks.co.za to take the assessment. Clicks. Feel good. Pay less. All right, so we continue with our discussion, guys. Whatever you want, remember, it's what you want to know, what you want to talk about, right? Whatever is interesting to you in terms of sexual health, that's what we are talking about. We've got Thabo in Cape Town. Hey, Thabo. How are you? King Thabo.
It's a foreplay, it's everything we go, but I go penetrate Aksana Mata, so I don't know what exactly problem can now or.
So hold on, let me explain. Let me actually understand, Thabo. So yes. The erection goes before you even penetrate.
Yes.
Okay. So the erection is gone even before he penetrates. When you do get an erection, how strong is the erection?
Sometimes it's strong, sometimes it's mild. So,
thanks. Thabo, how old are you?
47.
47 years old. Okay. And when did this start? Because I can hear you sound frustrated.
This month, man.
It started this month?
Yes.
Okay. No, Thabo, I would recommend, especially at your age, there are a few things that we usually want to check. I hope you do your annual checkup as well.
Yes.
Because there are a few things which can affect you and which can affect your erection and of course issue of ejaculation. And one of the things we look at is your prostate. I'm sure you've heard about it before. Yes. So go have a medical checkup to see what's going on. And then secondly, it's a lifestyle, Are you physically active?
Yes, I'm physically active.
You're physically active. And then also, how do you manage stress as well? So, because especially now when you are having this sexual concern, sometimes you find that it becomes a big stress for you and then for you and your partner. So that's what I would recommend for you. Have your annual checkup, see what is happening. There are many ways in which, like you say, you are doing everything. Most of the time when you are in this space, you find that you are thinking, okay, I'm doing everything. But when you are with your partner and you consult, usually you find that there are things that your partner can also bring up, which they will do when they're feeling safe, like with a health personnel. But I don't think you should basically throw away, the towel and be thinking, okay, BPA, how you are, and that's it. But the issue is there's something that can be done. Okay?
Okay. So recommendation is to go and see the doctor.
Go and see a doctor, be checked, see what's going on. Is your testosterone low? Is there an issue with your prostate? And then that can help to decide, to help you on what best way to manage your concern. Yes. Don't self-treat. Don't be Googling.
No.
Yes.
I don't go that route.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for the call, Thabo, and all the best to you. That's, he said he's 47, eh?
Yes, he's 47.
It sounds to me like men start seeing a hectic decline in their 40s.
Mapaseka, the issue is once men grow over the age of 40, almost 40% will actually have low testosterone. Sure. Testosterone start going down. We call it androgen deficiency of the aging male. In the past, they used to talk about menopause of men or andropause.
Yes, right.
Yeah, but now we know testosterone is a very important hormone that sometimes you find that as someone grows older, it starts declining. Yes. So and men, sometimes they don't talk. They don't want to go see doctors. And then how do you know what is really happening within your body?
So with the testosterone supplements, that could work.
That can work. If it's low. And then
if it's low, yes. Then at least that should pick up your sex drive as well. And I can imagine a lot of other things that testosterone be helpful for.
It's a lot of things which are also, life-threatening that can be attended to. Like what we call metabolic syndrome.
Right.
You find that someone starts gaining weight and most of the weight actually goes to the tummy. And that the tummy just is the one that's growing bigger. And high blood pressure, weight gain. So there's depressive episodes as well. So tiredness. Someone saying, you know what, in my time. They start talking in that language.
45,
yes.
42. And they're talking about in my time.
Yes.
My goodness. That's scary. Okay, let's here's another, I've got a question for you here.
Yes.
It says, when I drink alcohol, I struggle to come. It takes me a long time. So when I go out with my girlfriend to groove, we both drink and she doesn't enjoy it when the route goes on for too long. This is from James.
Yes, I mean, and James, if you know alcohol is actually bringing that, it can bring distress between you and your partner. So then you need to be decisive, whether you do it before going to drink. That's a good option. Or you don't drink.
Yeah.
Yes.
But does alcohol slow down your orgasm?
Definitely. In many, it does. It does. And there are different routes. Remember, alcohol reduces even reflexes normally. Becomes lower.
Right.
Yes. And ejaculation is a reflex as well. Yes. So definitely in some men you find that some they will use it actually to delay the ejaculation. But some also, even for erection, they'll tell you, no, when I drink a bit, the erection is better. Because they don't get that anxiety. And they'll be like, you know what, she'll blame the alcohol.
So it's an anxiety thing, actually.
Yes.
It becomes,
in some, yes.
That becomes an issue on its own. All right, I hope you're happy there with that answer, James. Let's go to Dikgang in Durban. Hi, Dikgang.
Mapaseka.
Lovely, Wana.
I just want to stop the truck here. I'm driving a truck. I just want to talk so that I cannot.
Yeah, stop the truck, please. While you're stopping the truck, just a quick reminder that you. Oh, okay. Go on.
My sister, I'm having a problem. I want to ask something. I'm taking a long time before I meet my wife. A long time. And then I just want to know, is it gonna be a problem for me? Because most of the time when I'm speaking with my wife via the phone, I develop some feelings most of the time before she goes to bed, like this time. And then after that, when I stop the call and we go to sleep, when those feelings goes down, more anxiety, more, I develop pains.
Okay, so you're saying you get an erection, and when the erection dies, you actually get pains.
Yes.
Okay.
Because now, the thing is, I'm taking long time before I go home since I'm a truck driver.
So you're taking long time before you have sex?
You know, they used to talk bad things about us truck drivers, that we are using those ladies who are saying themselves. Me, I'm not the one. I don't enjoy those ladies.
Let me give you one suggestion. You have two hands. That's all I'm saying. You don't need to see any lady, but you've got your hands. Guys, masturbation.
My sister, I was using that thing you are saying I was using. Even my wife, she knows that I used to use hand, but I don't want anymore because immediately, like 5 minutes after using, I feel like I've done nothing. I need more, you know.
So what's your actual question? What's the question? Is your question, should you have sex even when you don't want to, when your wife is not there? Because I'm not sure what you're asking.
The thing is this thing staying long time without having sex, is it gonna create me a problem somewhere somehow?
Dikgang, you just said that you take a long time not having sex. You have a problem that you'll get an erection when you are talking with your wife. Once you are done, you get pains because you get an erection and then you don't go on to ejaculate. So what is important is it worth it to go through the pain, or you'd rather ejaculate and have that feeling that you want more but not have pain and be relieved? So which is a choice. Like what you say, you don't want to, then you know if you don't want to, you are going to have pain. So it's kind of where you need to kind of strike the balance to be like, I would rather go through the pain, or I would want to have phone sex with my wife and enjoy myself and ejaculate and be okay and want more, but I'll know I've had it. So it's a choice which we can make for you.
What makes me to talk about this thing using in the hand? I didn't have what can I say, experience or I don't know what is the aftermath after using the hand.
Yes. Okay. That's a great question, Dikgang. Using your hands, it's safe for you. You will have the pleasure as well, and you should not feel ashamed about it. And one thing which will be knowing, you are doing it with your wife. Remember, there are things when you are exploring your partner that you can explore them close or you can explore them at a distance. And you need to be in that space to kind of explore them like the world. You can never explore them enough. So it's a great thing to start looking at whether you want to do it like video calls. So you need to explore all of those options because you know you go home after a long time. And by the way, you won't be doing it only for yourself. It will be for you and your partner.
Question though, is it safe is it right that every time you don't have sex, you have pain? What is that? Blue balls? Is that what it's called?
You've heard about that.
Yes.
People will talk, yes. And by the way, ejaculation is good for the prostate.
Yes.
Definitely good. So when you don't ejaculate enough, we know it's not good for your prostate.
So is that what could be causing pain?
Yes, definitely.
So take it like, Dikgang, maybe look at it differently. Take it like it's your medication. You know when your doctor says you must have your pills 3 times a day and you must have your pills before meals. No, when every day your pill is to ejaculate. And let's see how you are going forward.
And embracing that you know what is the cause of your pain, because there are people who go through pain not knowing what is even the reason. So you need to live with yourself and not fight with who you are.
Sure. All the best, Dikgang.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ben. Evelyn, good night.
You too, Dikgang. Thanks so much for the call.
Thank
Here's a voice
Thank you.
Hi, I was Mapaseka. Hello, doctor.
Hello.
Man, I just need an assistance. Yeah. The thing is, I'm married.
Right.
Now, the thing is it normal? Musadi waka hakwatile. Ne, we are not playing go katlung, but the time yena naki kwatile she needs sex. Tlamele re bapale cause yena o ya batla. So is it normal? Cause the thing is re bapala nna ke sa batle, which is ke kwatile hana taba le di feelings tsa ka hore nna ke kwatile, but wena yena ha kwatile, we must re-entertain the feelings tsa hae hore no ha o no e foster ho motho wa mme just because she's a woman. But yena ha batla ntho nna ke kwatile, tlamele ang abuse a e hule a etse ntho tseo kaofela up until yena a batle a be satisfied. Ha batlo tseba hore ke feela jwang jwale, and the problem ko re foti mchini jwale wona o etsa wa misbehave ha o sa batle tole wona ke o le o eme a betseng a pala mo di ma hao a iketsetse whatever batlang o etsa ka wena, and which is wena pelong ya hao ha o rate.
That's
so
actually not
normal
right.
life as well now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. You know, Dr. Moshokoa, we tend to downplay sexual assault. This is sexual assault.
Yes, it definitely is, and I can hear how frustrated
he sounds. Very frustrated. But please, this is sexual assault. If somebody says no, guys, when we say no means no, it means both ways. So if he says no, it's a no.
But
if
I can hear that it sounds like he doesn't even say no.
Yeah. And he's worried that he gets an erection anyway. Remember, doesn't this sound like a case where the woman will be told, oh, but yeah, you got lubricated anyway. You said you didn't want it, but you were wet. You know, but the body will react in a certain way. Yes. The body doesn't go with the mind. So the body is stimulated, it will react.
Yes.
It's plain and simple. Not necessarily that it wants to have sex.
Yes.
So to someone like that, I always worry about your understanding of what is sexual assault is.
And I think from what I can hear, you don't have the feeling of safety to say no.
Yeah.
And these are the things. Remember, life is about negotiation. You need to inform your partner how you feel and not just assuming that yena hagwa delay, you know, you just can't do anything, and when hagwa delay, you can be overridden. Your anger also matters, and you need someone who should understand and allow you to be angry. But the first thing, allow yourself to be angry and to say, I am angry, honey, not today. In case you would want to have this, you can just lie on my chest.
I was about to say,
yes.
For her to climb on you
and all of
and
that
be on top
action.
and all of that. In fact, if you lie on your tummy, she can't climb on you. You know, if you lie on your tummy and you make sure that your penis is underneath you, she can climb on you. She's gonna get on your bum and nothing else. So in actual fact, there's ways that I think people should actually consider protecting themselves, and learn to say no, I don't want that, and then stick to it.
Yes, you need to be safe to say no to your partner, and you don't sound like you are. Are you afraid of her?
Sounds like.
What is your relationship like? Are you scared of her anger? So in such a way that when she's angry, you don't even want to touch her. So I think you need to kind of find a way of having therapy, you know, to know how to set your boundaries in your relationship, because sex is one of the things that we use. It's like when you are not hungry and you eat, you know, because your partner cooked. Now you must eat. Even if you are not feeling hungry, you need to feel safe. And it sounds like you are not.
Sure. All the best to you. All right, let's go to the next voice note.
Hi, Mapaseka. Dumelang.
Hello.
I met this guy early this year. We've been dating. Everything is going well. Right, man. Kukamareng ehle. Yo, mkaya tseben twa yetsang. And I can break her his spirit. Like, I need to find the right way of mood. But I get hot of her at all.
I don't understand. Maybe I'm just weird on this one. Guys, I don't get it. If you don't like it, why are you there?
1 year.
Why are you sticking around for a whole year when you're unhappy? And if for you, sex is a deal breaker, if it's not a deal breaker, you wouldn't be calling us. If it's not a deal breaker, chances are it would be like, well, but I'm not really bothered. But if it really bothers you, that you would pick up the phone and actually say, guys, I'm not getting what I want. And you can't talk to him.
And I'm thinking as well, when you say it's been a year, and have you ever advised him what to do? Do you know what you need or what you want in bed yourself as well? We always talk about being the GPS to your partner as well. Because, you need to kind of, I like talking about the T's in a relationship, the 5 T's, which is, touching, spending time together, talking, training your partner, and of course, playing, which is, to tickle one another. So you need to bring all of those elements in your relationship. Do you know what you want? You must start there. Sit down, look at the things that arouse you, things that make you, feel warm, feel loved, and enjoy sex, and bring them one by one to your partner. Then from there, you can be able to say, because you find that he definitely doesn't know how to do it with you. And he comes looking at you as if you are a representative of all women. And you are a different person. So you need to kind of come and not deny him who you are. Otherwise, he'll be trying this and that. Don't sit and be frustrated. You'll get bitter.
Yeah, no. People are not the same. I believe this every day, because I think we need to stand up and say, the very same way that if you don't like how a person treats you, you would either talk to them about it. If they don't change, you walk away.
Yes.
If it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. We teach people how to treat us, and even sexually. If your partner, for instance, you would prefer him to have a shower before, say it in a gentle way. You know that you would want that. If you would prefer your partner to shave, for instance, you need to mention the things to the core where you are being specific that, honey, I can't wait to see you, doing this and that. Mention the things in a practical way. But if we say, it's so broad, so you need to kind of break it down to your partner. And that happens if you know as well what you want and what you like.
It's broad and it's demoralizing.
Yes.
Okay, next one.
Good evening.
I think this is the one.
It's the same one. Yes.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Hi, I was Mapaseka. I just want to know, please ask the doctor, can someone also get libido treatment, just to boost yourself, or what it has to be done actually? Are those libido capsules or treatment, are they safe, doctor?
Yes.
Is this for a man or for a woman?
It depends, because and the issue is you need to know what is happening for you to have a low libido. There are many things which can do that. For instance, if you've got pain during sex, that will break down your libido. If you don't reach orgasm, if you are dry, and if your partner has got early ejaculation or no erection, that will also make you not to even want to try, because you are not going where you want to be. So we'll look usually what are the reasons for you to have a low libido. Secondly is the body changes. Could it be hormonal reasons? So knowing what is happening with your hormones before you take any of the tablets. So it's better for you to know what is the cause, and then you can take it from there. Don't blame yourself. You need to just know the reason so that you don't treat the symptom and leave the cause out.
Sure. So go to a doctor, actually.
Yes. You can see your gynecologist, can see your general practitioner who is capable to manage this, and then they can assist you.
I hear women saying, I bleed every time we have sex lately. How do I fix that? And I'm thinking,
that is not normal at all. Once there's bleeding post, things that commonly can cause that is even cervical cancer, which can cause we call it post-coital bleeding. But of course, things like thrush, because there can be cracks at the opening of the vagina. And once that happens, you find that there'll be bleeding, and someone can actually get treatment. By the way, Mapaseka, even men can have pain, related to sex.
Yes.
Sometimes we always think of women,
Sure. All right, let's go to another voice note.
Hi, Mapaseka. Now I want to remain anonymous.
Yes, anonymous.
I want to know if your partner, she only do sex when she's drunk. She enjoys it. She partakes. She do everything when she's drunk. Then when she's sober, she's not doing anything at all. Yeah, I want to know about that. What's going on with your partner there? Yeah, I want to remain anonymous. Thank you.
Anonymous, she's not into you. Sorry. Anyway, moving right along.
Yes.
Let's ask you, Doc.
Anonymous, just ask her.
Yeah.
Ask your partner when she's sober that, honey, I would want to have sex with you being sober. I can see that you prefer usually when you are drunk. Why? Ask him directly, because I can hear that, you know what, waiting for the person to be drunk is not something that you are into. So, like I say, it's all about negotiation from the boardroom to the bedroom.
But you know, guys, we need to be very clear about these things. When a person is into you, you will see it, you will know it, you will feel it.
Not waiting for being drunk.
And once a person only wants to be intimate with you when they're drunk, kurungela plaka.
Yo.
Mutwa ungela plaka. What? Let's go to Donald. Donald, hi.
Hi, how are you, Mapaseka?
Lovely, how are you?
I'm all right, man. Yes, I just want to ask a question, in fact. But before maybe I ask a question, I just want to answer. There's a previous guy who said he has got a problem with the issue of erection. It's a previous caller that spoke. But usually I just want to speak with regard to myself. I used to experience that usually when I'm kind of like stressed. That if you kind of like think a lot, even if you think a lot, let's say you think a lot, you've got stress. It makes you to be like that when you meet a woman, and if your mind is fully occupied by stress. But if you go there, 100%, you clear your mind, you tell yourself that now I'm off work, now it's me and myself. I don't think you will experience such. But if, because you think that it's something that just started now recent, I don't think he really has a problem. I think maybe he's just having a bit of stress, work stress. If he moves on to that, I believe that everything can go right on him.
Thank you for answering that one. Let's hear what your question is.
Yeah, my question is, I'm 40 years old, yeah?
Okay.
And then I've been trying for a baby for almost 10 years now. So I don't know. I mean, we went to the doctors, and the last time we went to the doctor, they took the samples of the sperm. They said, actually, they checked. He checked me. He said he doesn't see a problem, but maybe I must go for the samples so that they can see those samples to see what is the problem with the sperms. So I do not understand. I don't know if really, is there a thing that maybe a man can fail to?
Hold on. Did you go for the test?
Yes, I did go for the test, and then the first test that they checked, they found that the semen, they said the quality of the semen is very low.
Okay. So
that's what
your
they
answer.
said the first time. Then they had to go in for the second time, but by then I'd now lost interest. I'm somebody who goes to church, so I'm just believing in God that things will change. I don't know if there's such a thing and so on, but I don't know. But that is my main concern. Or is there anything that I can do? Maybe.
Okay. Let me catch you there and ask Doctor to answer. We've got literally a minute to answer.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Donald, 10 years of having been trying to have a baby, it's a long time. Remember, usually within a year of having tried, you go on and be checked. And I should commend you for having gone to do a sperm count, because it's usually not an easy thing to do. And I think, like what you did of not going for the second, it's something which we see a lot in men, because they just get demoralized. And then I want you to be aware that even the people who treat you, you find that they've got the beliefs and they're there to kind of guide you. It's not like someone will say, go for another test because they don't believe in God. But it's a way in which we as social beings, we are there for one another. So knowing that you've got a low sperm quality, from what I can hear is that it sounds like there are sperms there, which you should celebrate. But the main thing is you now need to decide, do you still want to father a child? And you know you can not father a child naturally. So there are ways in which you can have assisted, and which are great ways, because there are many couples which will go on and have children, in an assisted way, what we call in vitro fertilization or ICSI. So I think you should explore that, so that you don't come and look back and be like, I should have done this or that. So I can hear it's something that is bothering you. Don't see it and sit back and think that by going through that, it means you don't believe. No.
Try something different, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Donald. All the best to you. Thank you very much, Doc.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for being here.
Pleasure.
It was an absolute pleasure to have you here with us. And just in closing, with over 840 stores, 680 pharmacies, and 195 clinics, there's always a Clicks near you to help you on your journey to health and wellness. Clicks. Feel good, pay less. Dr. Moshokoa, have a good evening.
Thanks. Same to you.
All right. We are back again on Monday. Have yourselves a lovely, lovely weekend.
Mapaseka Mokwele on Radio 2000. If you missed it, catch the rewind on radio2000.co.za.
SABC News. Independent and impartial.
Thank you. The top stories. Postbank urges grant recipients to withdraw money from retail stores, and SA measles cases on the rise. Good evening. I'm Evelyn Tongwani. Postbank has urged grant recipients to use retail stores to withdraw their social grants as social grant beneficiaries using the Postbank or SASSA Gold Card struggle to withdraw their December grant payments from ATMs. Postbank and SASSA say this follows attacks on the network by criminals. Postbank spokesperson Dr. Bongani Diago says that millions of grant recipients were affected.
Beneficiaries on the SASSA Gold Card are just above 6 million, but we had already paid a good chunk of that. We had started with the old age grants and we had done the disability